everybody. It's 9:48, November 15th, 2016. I put together my thoughts on selecting the best pellet for the gun that I'll be putting together, and by putting together I mean buying and tuning up. Now here we are looking for a 4.5 caliber air gun, which is going to be a Gamo CFX tuned up with a Diana Magnum 350 spring. That'll give us just shy of 30 joules of energy. By doing that, I'm hoping to have the best of the two worlds, that is the lightweight and the accuracy of a fixed barrel air rifle, plus the power of Diana Magnum 350. But that's another story. I'll put together a video about that rifle later. For the time being, we're looking for the pellets, and mind you, our number one target game is going to be wild hog piglets. That is a shot in the head, right in the upper part of the forehead or to the base of the ears, to aim for the brain directly and cause a quote humane kill. Now what we are looking for here is a pellet that is high energy and that can deliver high energy or retain the energy at the target, not just at the muzzle. So based on my research on YouTube, and that has really been an extensive, comprehensive-ish research, to have that, the pellet needs to be heavy, apparently, to carry a bigger momentum. Everybody knows that's the the momentum is calculated by multiplying mass by velocity. So the bigger the mass, the bigger the momentum. And the pellet also needs to not have a skirt just like ordinary pellets, because as far as I reckon the skirt, or I learned on YouTube in fact, that their skirt was originally built into these pellets not just in order to have the pellet tip always in the front, but also to cause the pellet to lose speed, to not really retain that speed at farther distances, because these types of rifles or guns might be, shot at some suburban area where you do not really want these pellets to fly around too far away. The function of this skirt, just like a badminton shuttlecock, is to let the pellet move forward with the tip of the pellet in the front all the time. But the negative point about this skirt is that it slows down the pellet dramatically, as opposed to a bullet with its bullet-y shape, no skirts, and much less energy loss on the way. Now the second thing we would like this pellet to have is high penetration. because our number one target is wild hog piglets headshot. That would be penetrating right through the skull to the brain. It's not like hitting some birds up above. So to have penetration, apparently we would need to have a pointed pellet. You know, pointed pellets, everybody knows that they have the highest penetration, but the negative thing about the pointed pellets is that those pellets tend to not really be very accurate. So what we are looking for here is what I have called a semi-pointed pellet, because the pellets that are 100% pointed are not really very accurate. By semi-pointed, I mean a pellet like Rabbit Magnum 2, for example, or the Gamo G Hammer, which are pointy but not really with a very sharp point like that of Magnum pellets. The next thing that we would like the pellet to have would be accuracy, and as everybody knows, dome-shaped pellets are the most accurate ones, and apparently the higher the quality of the pellet, the better the accuracy. So in order to have accuracy, we would need to have these two things: dome-shaped and high quality. Next thing would of course be a pellet that is easily and consistently available. So unfortunately, the pile driver pellet, which is a fine pellet in my opinion, perhaps even the best, is not available in this corner of the woods, so we're gonna have to scratch it right off, unfortunately. And the other criterion was that, well, the price is not an issue here. I'm not going to take into account the price of the pellets. These types of pellets are dirt cheap after all, and criterions like accuracy, penetration, and high energy delivery at target, these are things that are so much more important that they just overshadow the price big time. Now, I have seen a lot of videos on YouTube, people, testing different types of pellets and assessing the accuracy and everything through chronographs and, I don't know, group sizes and stuff like that. But I have in fact been thinking quite a bit about my perfect dream pellet, and I thought perhaps instead of like trying to shoot 3 groups of a dozen different types of pellet at different distances and stuff, perhaps I could just sit here and think a little about it. So now I have here a list of pellets here. The pile driver, my love, the Samyang, Yunjin Samyang Korean pellets, pointed pellets. Let me explain a little about each of them. The pile driver is a bullet-like pellet, a very heavy pellet with very high energy retention at target. Samyang or Yunjin Samyang is a pointed magnum, a heavy pointed magnum pellet. Then we have the Rabbit Magnum 2, a bullet-like semi-pointed type of pellet, a very high quality one. Then there is the relatively new G Hammer pellets, again semi-pointed bullet type heavy pellets. We have the Diablo Exact Jumbo Monster pellets, semi-bullet like dome-shaped very heavy pellets. Then there is the Gamo TS10, which is a dome-shaped pellet with a skirt, and the Diablo Exact Heavy, which is again a dome-shaped pellet with skirt. I have here a few parameters or criterions about each of the pellets. The first one is the weight in grains. We have them all here, with the pile driver at 21 as the biggest and heaviest, and Diablo Exact Heavy at 10.34 grains with the lightest. Still, this lightest pellet in my list I think is considered a heavy pellet, of course. You know, 4.5 caliber pellets are ordinarily about maybe 7.5 grains, so this will be a heavy pellet. And the next criterion is consistently availability, or availability as I call it. So pile driver is not consistently, unfortunately, it's not consistently available in this corner of the world, the woods, but the rest of them are all available. So next thing is whether or not the pellet has a dome shaped tip, which they all have, with the exception of the Yunjin Samyang pellets. Next criterion is not having a skirt. Out of these, only the pile driver and the Rabbit Magnum 2 pellets do not have the skirt, and therefore are not going to lose too much energy during flight. Next criterion is having a high quality. All of these pellets do have high quality. I mean, some of these pellets do have high quality, like the pile driver, very high quality pellet. Rabbit Magnum, in my opinion, it's a very high quality pellet. So is the Diablo Exact Jumbo Monster and the Diablo Exact Heavy. But I'm not gonna count Gamo pellets. I mean the TS10 or the Gamo G Hammer as a high quality pellets. These are decent pellets. Granted that these are decent pellets, but I'm not going to count them as a high quality pellet. Next criterion here that I considered was a quote semi-pointed shape of the tip of the pellet. We have the pile driver which literally has a semi-pointy tip. Then there's Samyang or Yunjin Samyang, the Korean pellet, which is very pointy, hence not really very accurate. We have Rabbit Magnum with the semi-pointy tip, again G Hammer with the semi-pointy tip, and Diablo Exact Jumbo Monster. It does not have a semi-pointy tip, hence I would say it does not possess the penetrations characteristics of a pellet like G Hammer or Rabbit Magnum, for example. Granted, this is a very high quality, good pellet, but since our target here is wild hog skulls, this just might not be as penetrative as necessary. And of course, I'm gonna have to mention here that my shots will be taken not really farther than 20-25 meters, but I think there might be situations in which I'll have to shoot at like 30, for example, and I do want to squeeze every little bit of penetrative characteristic out of the pellet that I have, or take advantage of the most penetrative types of pellets as far as I can, or as much as I can. Next one is TS10, apparently a dome-shaped pellet. It's not semi-pointed, as I call it, and neither is the double exact jumbo, double exact heavy, pardon me. Now, if we consider a +1 for the yays and 0 for the nays, here's the sum up of the points that each of these pellets earn. We have the pile driver with 4 points, Yunjin Samyang, not to my surprise, but less than I would have guessed, with only 1 point. Then there's the Rabbit Magnum 2 with 5 stars here, and we have G Hammer at 3 points, Diablo Exact Jumbo Monster at 4 points, and TS10 2 points, and Diablo Exact Heavies at 3 points. So the winner is, and that is by the time the pile driver becomes consistently available in this corner of the woods, the number 1 winner is Rabbit Magnum 2. The second one would be Diablo Exact Jumbo Monster. Third one, G Hammer or Diablo Exact Jumbo Heavy. And I think TS10 being number 4 is not really worth, it's not really even worth trying, because it earned only 2 points out of 5 possible points. Even though Rabbit Magnum earned all the points here, if or whenever the pile driver becomes available, consistently available in this corner of the woods, I think because of the higher weight, hence the bigger momentum, I'm gonna go for it. Not to mention the nice high quality of this pellet. So I'm gonna scratch out TS10 from here and stick to these 3, because I mean, what I have said so far is just in theory and on paper, and apparently because of these heavyweight pellets, I am gonna be dealing with quite a bit of holdover for my shots, which is something I'm willing to, I mean, that's the risk or the learning curve I'm willing to go through anyways. I do not want to jeopardize the chances of me shooting a wild hog piglet just because of not having thought this over. But as you know, it's not just the theory. You're gonna have to try and use and examine these pellets to see which one your gun likes. I mean, apart from the physical and mathematical theoretical stuff, your gun might just like one more than another, and by like I mean delivering tighter groups at different distances. And so at least I have been able to well, again, at least theoretically narrow down my choices to these 3 or 4. I'm not gonna have to go through like 100 different types of pellets to determine which one is more suitable for my rifle, for my target game, and the distance that I'll be shooting. I'm very pleased with the theoretical on paper analysis of the pellet that I'll be looking for, but this apparently requires quite a bit of shooting at different distances and examining. I can't wait to try these with my rifle that I'll be putting together pretty soon, Again, that would be a Gamma CFX at a 4.5 caliber, tuned up with a Diana Magnum 350 spring. I'm very optimistic as to what the result of this tune-up is going to be, because, like I said, we have the power of Diana Magnum 350 spring combined with the accuracy of a fixed barrel Gamma rifle. I was looking for a rifle that was not expensive, accurate, and lightweight. And after thinking a lot, ruling out some very nice options or choices like Diana Magnum 350 and Benjamin Discovery, which are both fine pieces of machinery, I should say. I came up with the idea of using a Gamma CFX, which is both accurate and lightweight, and does have a decent quality, with a Diana Magnum 350 spring. You know, Benjamin Discovery, while being a fantabulous gun, was a little on the expensive side, and apart from that, I really wasn't ready to do the filling and stuff and go to the forest with like 10, 15, a maximum of 20 decent shots. So even though it was a very lightweight gun at 2.4 kilos, very high quality US made gun, I just ruled that out. And Diana Magnum 350, on the other hand, again was very well built at a reasonable price, but it was just too heavy and long for me. I do not have a big body, and I really couldn't convince myself that you could carry this big rifle with the scope and everything up on the mountain and in the forest and stuff, and I just ruled that out. So now with the Gamma CFX at 3 kilos, I think I have made a good choice, good decision here. But we're gonna have to see about that. I'll put together another video about that. Thank you for watching.